Hello. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tommy Jordan, and I have served as president of the American Society for Photogrammetry and Remote Sensing for the past year. It's a beautiful spring day here in Georgia, and I'm here in my front yard to report on the activities and initiatives that we have undertaken as a society during my term. We have had a good, productive year since Ann Hillier handed me the gavel last January in Denver. I thought that I'd be delivering this address from the stage in Washington, D.C. at the GeoWeek conference, but here I am instead, self-quarantined in Athens, Georgia. I'll still talk about what we've accomplished, but first we need to talk a bit about the impact the coronavirus pandemic has had on GeoWeek. And I want to emphasize the resilience and creativity shown by the ASPRS leadership in these uncertain times. Following several weeks of deliberation, the entire GeoWeek conference was rightly postponed due to concerns about the coronavirus. But what could have been a real tragedy and financial disaster for ASPRS may well turn out to be okay, as a result of the timely decisions we have made and the actions we have taken to remediate the effects of postponing this conference. Much of the organizing effort for this decision was done under the leadership of ASPRS Managing Director Karen Schuckman, who worked with DivCom and the ASPRS officers and board of directors to explore a range of alternatives. The final plan was to hold many of the meetings and workshops virtually using the Zoom meeting platform and to postpone the entire technical session until the rescheduled conference. We were able to hold our committee meetings and board meeting according to the original planned schedule, but instead of meeting face-to-face, we met in the virtual environment. Since we meet regularly using Zoom, this was not difficult or even a hardship, aside from the fact that we all do enjoy seeing one another and socializing during these conferences. Unfortunately, awards and scholarships will not be formally presented during our annual business meeting as usual, but instead will be mailed to the recipients. The awards program will be published in its entirety in the May issue of Photogrammetric Engineering and Remote Sensing, so that the recipients will be granted the public recognition that they deserve. Finally, new officers and board members will be sworn in during a separate virtual meeting. This week and next, we will be presenting most of our workshops online according to a modified schedule that eliminates concurrent workshop sessions. We reached out to the workshop presenters and participants, and our proposal to hold these training sessions online was enthusiastically embraced. We will be recording each of the sessions and hope to be able to jumpstart our new online education program using these materials. As many of you know, ASPRS has gone through some trying times in recent years. Today, I am pleased to tell you that we have spent the last 2 full years working on these challenges, and we are now on a solid footing for continued growth. Throughout the past year, we have continued to revise many of our operational methods and procedures to streamline our business operations and cut costs. Significantly, we have hired the P&N Association Management Company to take over business services that had previously been subcontracted out. These services are now fully integrated into our operations and include such functions as membership and certification management, accounts receivables, web and IT services, and communications. Bringing P&N aboard has resulted in a positive difference in efficiency and cost savings to our overall operation, and this is a good thing by any measure. For various reasons, a financial review of ASPRS accounts had not been conducted for several years. Consequently, we have had a full review of our income and expenditures performed last year so that the P&N accountants could start working with a clean slate and organized books. Moving forward, they will be able to provide us with monthly and annual financial statements that will enable us to better understand and manage our income streams and expenditures. We have also had several changes at ASPRS headquarters, the most significant of which is the resignation of longtime employee Priscilla Weeks. We have eliminated all subcontractors thanks to our work with P&N, leaving us with 4 paid staff members. And because of our overall cost savings, this year we were able to give the staff members merit raises in addition to cost of living adjustments. Finally, about half of our office space was renovated and remodeled last year and temporarily leased to Brightview Senior Living. This has produced enough rental income for ASPRS to cover our monthly condominium fees for the past year. Under the leadership of Lorena Menda, we have revitalized the Region Officers Council and reorganized several of the lower performing regions by merging them with adjacent regions. These changes resulted in the dissolution of the New England and Intermountain regions, the renaming of the Central New York region to Northeastern region, and the creation of the Cascadia region. The regions are exploring teaming opportunities with sustaining member firms, and perhaps most significantly, a monthly, very well-attended telecon has been implemented as a forum for the various region officers to bounce ideas off of each other and to work together in other ways. We have been developing ways to diversify and increase our income streams. To this end, we have completely overhauled and automated our certification program, thanks to efforts by Mike Zoltek, Jesse Winch, and Brenna Lemaire of PNN. Virtually all of the application and review processes are online now, and a goal is being met to limit the processing time to 2 months per application. Our efforts to become the place to go for geospatial certification are succeeding in that we have had 82 new certification applications in the past year, and our periodic certification review workshops typically sell out. This is a service that we can continue to expand upon and become the industry leaders in. We have also initiated an online education program that will provide training for ASPRS members and other members of the mapping community. We will also publish workshops and webinars and provide online testing capabilities, which could be further used to streamline the certification process. This is another major step towards our goal of being a provider of high-quality geospatial training opportunities. Finally, I'd like to talk a bit about the International Society for Photogrammetry and Remote Sensing, or ASPRS. The ASPRS is classified as an ordinary member of ASPRS, which means that we represent the United States in this international body. We have long been involved with ASPRS, with several of our members holding important positions in the society. Over the past year, we have continued to strengthen our relationship with ASPRS, and moving forward, we will be publishing our conference proceedings in the ASPRS archives so that the papers can be readily available and searchable on the internet. Manuscripts from the recent PCORA conference are already available on the ASPRS website, and GeoWeek papers will be made available soon after the conference. We have also initiated a bid to host the 25th ASPRS Congress in Denver in 2024. This is a huge undertaking being led by ASPRS past president Charles Toth, and should we win the bid, it will be the first time the United States has hosted the International Congress since 1992. We await the decision that will be made at the ASPRS conference in Nice, France this summer. In closing, I would like to say that it has been a distinct pleasure and honor for me to serve as the president of ASPRS over the past year, when I have been able to work with our outstanding board members and professional staff on a wide range of important issues. I believe that through our efforts we have made ASPRS a much stronger society, and that we have laid a firm foundation for continued growth in the coming years. We have demonstrated that we have the flexibility to react to adverse events and the resilience to turn that adversity into strengths. I'm proud of us and what we have accomplished together, and I'm pleased to be able to pass the leadership of our society over to our new president, Jeff Lovin. I know that he will be a strong and capable leader during the coming year of continued growth for the American Society for Photogrammetry and Remote Sensing.